Right now, we're going to finish up those pheasants that we shot the other day. As you can see, we have our pheasants, we have our eggs, we have some seasoning, some pecorino romano, a cast iron pan, and a lid. I like to use rubber bottom bowls so that they don't scratch the countertop as you're moving them around. And we're going to take this into a little bit of a cooking scene and see if I can't get some ideas transferred from me to you. Real quick, I'm just gonna beat the eggs. There we go. Breadcrumbs in the bowl. This may seem real simple, but if you notice, some people fry food better than others. And the trick is really the temperature of the oil and how fast you can crisp the outside. And with the pheasant, you really don't want to overdo it. So we're going to take it in the breadcrumbs and the egg. This is what I harvested the other day. I did pound it and flattened it and softened it with a mallet. And now, again, I'm going to sit it in the egg a couple of minutes. This was about 6 birds, I would say. So after breading it, I'm going to fry it. I'll take it outside to fry it. That makes my wife real happy when the whole house doesn't smell like fried food when you're done, yet you have a wonderful fried dinner. So, here we go. I'm going to take out one cutlet here. Here's another trick too. You take out a cutlet, you have a wet hand and a dry hand. Again, this may seem simple. Everybody knows how to bread and fry things. But again, there's a couple little differences that can make you better. You put it with the wet hand into the dry. I'm actually just going to grab a plate out to put it on top of a plate. There we go. And here's our nice cutlet. Breaded. And I'm going to take it outside. I'm going to add some vegetable oil to this cast iron pan. I like the cast iron. It keeps the heat. It distributes it better. I use a lid to bring the temperature up a little bit, so it'll crisp the outside without overdoing the inside. I'll take you outside and show you what's going on, and we'll show you the finished product. What's up, guys and gals? Here we go. We're going to finish up that pheasant. We're going to fry it outside so it doesn't stink up the whole house. Okay? Here's some stuff that's already done. We're frying in a pan, keeping the temperature up with the lid. Kind of cold out, so, you know, it's going to cool the oil quickly, so you have to kind of control that. There you go. Look at that. Nice crispy cutlets coming out. Knocking the oil off them. Putting them on the paper bag that Grandma taught me. That's what she used to get the oil off of her cutlets and off of all kinds of different pork and beef and things like that. And today we're doing it off of pheasant. Look at those cutlets. Beautiful. Here we go. A couple of more. We're going to have a hell of a dinner tonight. There we go. We'll give that a couple minutes. I would say it's probably 3 to 4 minutes for each cutlet. They're kind of thin. As you know, I pounded them to thin them a little bit and to soften them. So it should give us a shorter cooking time. Again, cold out here, but keep it out of the house. All right, we got step 3 of the frying of the pheasant cutlets. There's the leftover breadcrumbs and the leftover egg. What I do is I add some egg to the breadcrumbs here. And what that gives us is a nice little flavored bread. So rather than waste all of this, it almost makes it into a little dough that you can fry with the egg. Fry with the pheasant. Sorry about that. There you go. You see that? Now, take it. And almost like pancakes, you make yourself a couple of pieces of bread. And that usually is what I use as bait. When everyone's trying to steal the cutlets off the counter, I leave the bread for them. So they steal the bread and they don't realize that they're taking the bread until they take a bite of it, and then they chase down the cutlets. But haha, I've saved the cutlets for the dinner, and the kids steal the bread. That was another trick Grandma taught me. And this bread floats almost like a zeppoli or a donut. You kind of keep it from touching the bottom so you don't get the particles on it. And again, two minutes to maybe 3 minutes, it'll be done. And I'll set that on the counter as bait so nobody eats all my cutlets before it's dinner time. Okay, one last step. Here's the pheasant that I got to hunt the other day. Darn good. God bless the world of hunting and fishing. All right, I'm back. Didn't finish the pheasant yet. Because it's wild game and everyone's got their own idea of what wild game should taste like, I usually add a little bit to the flavor just so people are willing to try it. Here, a little bit of lemon, some Frank's Red Hot sauce to dip it in, and some applesauce. That gives people a little bit more comfort in trying something that they normally wouldn't eat. The way I think about it, we eat 3 or 4 things on earth. Pigs, cows, chickens, maybe lamb, a little bit of turkey. There's a million other things we can eat. Let's start trying them. And if it takes Red Hot sauce and Mott's applesauce to do it, so be it. Enjoy your meal. I'm going to enjoy mine dipped in applesauce. Excellent. Makes me want to go pheasant hunting next week. Have a great night.